the Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
I am not sure why it put you on there only and not me. But anyway, welcome to our coverage of SmackDown and our tribute to the troops, or WWE tribute, I should say, the annual 21 year this year. This is the 21st year, but it's the 20th anniversary. So we're just kind of go with the theme of 20th anniversary. It is tribute to the troops. It is Friday Night SmackDown. I am the man whose name is on the marquee. I usually point to it if I'm by myself, but I realize I'm going off screen doing that. So I'm just kidding. Jeff Meacham, along with our WWE commentator par excellence, JJ Williams, the Renegade himself, and we are going live. Noah is having a PC update because his computer hates us like a lot of things hate us, and that's okay. You don't have to hate, but as long as we understand why you hate, we'll get it. Anyway, we have what we got here. Trying to see what we got on the screen here. So I'm looking in a mirror, literally doing this on the fly here, folks. They're in Providence, Rhode Island tonight. JJ, how are you, brother?
I am doing well. Man. You know, the week is over. The weekend is here. Want to take this opportunity before the voice, not only of the voiceless, but of the multiverse, joins us.
Yes.
And wish a happy second night of Hanukkah to those that are celebrating.
Absolutely. And they're having God Bless America, so we're not talking over commentary or storyline, but I'm still, if people want to listen to God Bless America, by all means do. It's a beautiful song.
Yes, I do. We should give the moment of silence for God Bless America here.
That's fair. I'll get the graphics going in the meantime. Thank you, Josh, for putting this reminder, because we are watching on West Coast feed. So thank you again, Mr. Mansfield. Thank you, Matthew. Much appreciated. Nicely done there. I missed the artist name, so forgive me out there if you are a fan of this particular artist and people. A lot of the troops there in Providence, so that's cool. At least they're having the troops in attendance. We're not on a armed forces base, but at least we're having the troops there. Who we got here on the commentary tonight? JBL's there. Ooh. Well, of course JBL's there. This is his show, baby. It's funny, JBL. I don't know. Post Hall of Fame, he seems like a much more genteel JBL than he has on commentary in previous years. Maybe it's just the way he's dressed differently than usual. Maybe he's seeming more dapper and calmer tonight.
He doesn't have to be in full blown gimmick anymore.
That's fair. That's true.
It's like we're it's much like how people were hating on Punk's Raw promo, and that wasn't CM Punk, that was Phil Brooks. This isn't JBL, this is John Layfield.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know,
Ooh.
it's like we're getting a little bit more of the real man behind the gimmick.
That's fair.
We take a look at all the stuff that's going to be coming this evening. Tag team action. Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso versus Randy Orton and L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Good show tonight, man.
First round matches for the United States Championship #1 contender tournament. Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar.
That's how we're starting.
Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross.
Right.
I do that on purpose.
I know you do. And we love you for it. Now, the graphic I have for this match is of both matches, but we're going with it.
Yes. That's the one they released, man. So it just kind of is what it is. And it looks like Santos Escobar is going to be the first one out to the ring here.
Fair enough, man. You know, hey, it's WWE wants to promote the show this way. I'm not going to tell them how to promote their show. They've been doing it for over 40 years. I am 40, so I kind of got to defer to the masters.
Which, by the way, off topic, I watched the Cultaholics Golden Age of Wrestling Volume 1 video that they dropped a few days ago.
Not bad, right?
It was really good, really insightful.
Yeah.
So if y'all are into the history of the WWF, as we are here, historians, if you will,
yes,
give that a look.
Yes. As you can see, we are now shamelessly showing throughout the shows now. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, beginning at 7:30 Eastern Pacific, with Final Resolution first, folks. Keep that in mind. We are doing NXT on, we'll call it tape delay for us old fogies. And then we'll have those shows tomorrow. Still, and of course, Sunday, our open mic night, Sunday brunch. And you know what? There was some interesting news that dropped this morning. We'll be talking about Sunday midday. My goodness.
And then, of course, here comes Dragon Lee to challenge Santos Escobar. As I pointed out, you got to wonder if there's going to be any repercussions from whatever happens within this match carrying into deadline tomorrow, as Noah likes to put it.
Yes.
Figure Dragon Lee is going to be challenging Dominic Mysterio for the North American Championship.
That's true.
So,
wait. I must have missed something. What happened to Wes Lee?
Wes Lee is injured.
No.
He's going to have to be out of action for 8 to 12 months for back surgery.
Oh, God, poor Wes.
They haven't given the full nitty-gritty, but what I believe happened is when he left NXT those few months ago, I think he was already injured and was leaving to try to let himself heal naturally.
Damn.
Then he came back, had that 4-way match last week against Johnny Wrestling, Cameron Grimes, and Bronson Reed, and just re-injured himself. You know, you figure going in there with guys of that caliber, and Bronson Reed is no cruiserweight.
No.
So I think it all just kind of, you know, compounded Wes, and he had a conversation with Sean. Felt like he could not do it. He was in too much excruciating pain. So
there you go.
Rey Mysterio made the change. Rey Mysterio will be in Dragon Lee's corner tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So again, you know, that's another part of why Dominic is coming out here for this. Welcome, Noah. I was saying, could this match here with Santos Escobar and Dragon Lee have any repercussions heading into deadline tomorrow?
Absolutely. Again, you're putting yourself at risk when you're pursuing a championship, and it gives more favor to the champion in case an injury happens. That being said, I know you're continuing, so please continue. Folks, Windows is a motherfucker. I wish I had enough to invest in the Mac, but I digress. But on behalf of Jimmy and Mia, the hardworking men and women of our country, we salute you as we pay for the 20th time. Tribute to the troops, and it's good to see all of you.
Yes,
absolutely.
Shocker.
Dominic Mysterio does not look impressed as he sits there yawning by the announce table.
He's such a dick.
Disrespectful little twat.
Yes, quite so. 10 minutes in, we're using fun. All right, there we go. Hell with it.
You know what, though? He has learned from some of the best as far as heels go. I mean, his father, one of the greatest babyface of all time, but you figure, Uncle Eddie, Uncle Conan, Uncle Chavo. Like, he's probably had some of the greatest heel minds as part of his family, extended family, that he's been able to pick the brain of. So if he's being an arrogant prick, he learned from the best.
But I mean, again, the turnabout is fair play, like father, like illegitimate son from one poppy and mommy daughter. Oh, like, oh my gosh.
Beautiful neck breaker there from the middle rope to Dragon Lee.
Of course, this is also a huge chance for Cesar Esparza to continue his work when it comes to calling himself the self-professed emperor of Lucha Libre. As we talked about back at, of course, Survivor Series, when he, of course, was trying to make a name for himself. And, of course, he and Dragon Lee had that great exhibition, and Santos Escobar won. And hello, everybody out in the chat. Please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. I hope everybody is doing well. And, again, if you had somebody within your family, someone you know, of course, defending our freedoms, whether they still are, again, I got nothing but love and respect for that. Tonight, it is different. It's not about forward storytelling. It's about honoring those that defend what makes America what it is for all of us. And why some people take that for granted, we do not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Dragon Lee needs to defend his back next time Santos goes to powerbomb him on the side of the apron like that.
Well, you would think he would already defend him, but apparently that'd be like too much like, right, a smart judgment apparently does not come into play a lot during that freaking match.
What's up, boss man?
I know Noah was watching on his DVR tape delay. For references, we just started the second commercial for JJ and I over on Hulu Live. I don't know where you're at on your timestamp, but JJ, I don't know where it's at. If you want to pause when we come back from commercial, we can get Noah caught up.
That's all good. Like I said, we'll figure it out. Thank you. DVR allows me to forget fast forward here. And again,
yeah,
I got an idea.
He can fast forward through the commercials, and as soon as we come out of it, he can unpause.
There you go.
Again, we're on our first match. Santos Escobar versus Dragon Lee. Yeah.
We love this night too, Colin. It's kind of sad that it's kind of been lumped into being a traditional SmackDown and not being a special event like it used to be. But as long as the WWE is still showing their love and respect to the soldiers, we're going to continue to give it coverage here across the multiverse of media.
And exactly. I'll tell you what, Jay. Again, no spoilers, but if you read the chat rooms, that nothing was said. What was said, but apparently what CM Punk said made it a special night anyway. So we're about to find out what went down.
Yeah, I have heard that it was quite the promo, but I'm curious to hear it for myself.
Absolutely,
exactly. Especially in a WWE environment where, again, you're supposed to remain controlled and scriptive. But on Truth to the Truth, can you be realistic? Can you be emotional? Can you be humble?
You know what?
I am back from commercial now.
Okay, so go ahead and pause. Noah.
Okay. We're good.
And then as soon as somebody come out commercial on Hulu, JJ, let him know, and we'll get everybody synced up again. I'm good either way because I'm in the control of most of the show, but I just wanted to make sure we got all synced up together here because I know we're on different feeds, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. And Bill Gates, you freaking suck.
Emmanuel with the hot take. He said words. That's the only spoiler.
He said words.
I love Emmanuel sometimes.
Hey, words matter. All right, words matter. We talked about this last night on freaking predicting.
Yes, you did.
All right.
And Colin apparently is going to Raw Monday in Cleveland. So Jesus.
Hey, have a great time.
Colin, make sure you have access to a bomb shelter if Punk signing's any indication of what's about to go down, if they even do that. We don't know what's going on with Punk yet. Is he going to sign with Raw? Is he going to sign with SmackDown? We don't know what's happening with him. So if Punk's going to be there at all, have your bomb escape ready, brother.
Exactly.
And then Josh making a very good point. Yeah, I screenshotted Josh's tweet as a result of his reply about the promo. So it was that good apparently. So there you go. But we got to get through this match first, and we're beautiful coverage of KTTV sports coverage on Channel 11 here. And I'm back. Oh, okay. Wait.
You're good. Again,
There it is.
There it is. Now I'm also back. You see Snaz Escobar winding up a shot. And JJ, are you back?
Nope.
All right, you're fine, brother.
Now I'm back. I see the wind up, and there's the block by Dragon Lee.
We are back here on SmackDown here at Truth the Truth for the 20th time as the United States Championship Tournament is underway. A first round match between Dragon Lee and Santos Escobar as Dragon Lee is about to take center stage not just tonight, but tomorrow night, going after the NXT North American Championship. Whoa! You think about what Dragon Lee could accomplish between this tournament and tomorrow night. He could become literally an international champion of a global scale.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, he could become North American champion as well as move forward in the United States Championship Tournament.
And, of course, the United States Championship Tournament headlined, of course, with Logan Paul waiting for the winner to defend his newly won United States Championship. Beautiful hesitation drop kick in the corner. And now we're finally back again. Windows suck. Anyway, JJ, good to see you, my friend. And again,
good to be seen, brother.
Cover dos no. Not quite. It's Jessica Carr gets a 2 count here. And, of course, tomorrow, as we said, we'll be back in the WWE Multiverse Mia double feature night covering NXT Deadline. And that, of course, will be 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned for that, folks. We'll first cover, of course, Impact Wrestling Final Resolution.
And make sure you guys, if you haven't already, go to Noah's channel. Check out his Simply Predicting for Final Resolution, which he did with our affiliate Datilla earlier today. Well done by both of you, sir. It's the first thing I watched when I got home.
Well, thank you. Oh, I'd rather not watch that super kick flush cover. 2. No. He ran right into that friggin' boot. Good grief. Full of lies. Take a look at the replay here, JJ. Curse here, cricket. Oh.
Good grief.
Now rearranged by Cuspin. You see Dominic Mysterio, of course, watching on from ringside. And again, it's subtle, different feeling here. There is a little bit of progression, but at the end of the day, it's about appreciation. Giving a holiday gift to those that are unable to have with their families. Cover hook in the leg to my Dragon Lee. Ooh.
Yes, no matter what holiday you celebrate, as we are here on the second night of Hanukkah.
That's right.
For all our Jewish friends.
Happy Hanukkah.
I said it before you joined the room. Once again, happy Hanukkah to all those that celebrate.
2 counts.
I'll be celebrating night 3 with my daughter, her mom, and her family tomorrow. That's why we had to flip-flop everything for those of you out there in the multiverse watching.
That makes perfect sense. And again, it's the holiday season, ton of holidays. You got Hanukkah, you got Kwanzaa, you got other stuff I can't think of. And, of course, center stage in my family here will, of course, be Christmas come the 25th. My mom got some of the Christmas stuff done here. And you wonder, again, when you look at this Grinch at ringside, nothing but bah humbug vibes from him. Ooh,
I don't know about all that. You know, Dominic loves his mommy. I'm sure he gives her gifts and everything.
Underneath a black.
I wouldn't go Grinch. I would definitely say young Scrooge, because you figure young Scrooge, a lot of people forget young Scrooge had Miss Elizabeth.
That's
no, excuse me, it was the Lovely Belle.
Yeah, but I was a little Belle.
They're different tellings, different versions. The Lovely Belle.
Right. Well, that wasn't lovely for Dragon Lee getting caught with another Phantom Driver trapped pin as Santos Escobar advances in this United States Championship Tournament. And again, as we talked about earlier, a sign of things to come maybe tomorrow night as we update now the bracket. And there you see Santos Escobar will face the winner of either Bobby Lashley or Karrion Kross on the left side, while Austin Theory and Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller and an NXT superstar yet to be determined on the right side. A game effort, though, by Dragon Lee, but it looks like Dominic Mysterio might be looking to send a message a little earlier.
Dominic standing over Dragon. Oh, the disrespect. It looked like he just spit on him.
Yeah, about to say, there's no respect when it comes to that guy holding the NXT North American Championship hostage. And to your point, I would not think Mommy will be too far away, as we know Rey Mysterio will be in Dragon Lee's corner, or so it seems from that graphic. Again, Dragon Lee has had a rough couple of weeks. Can he get it done tomorrow night at NXT Deadline? Again, folks, we hope that you are enjoying the coverage here. And hey, great holiday gift for your family. Spend time with them. Become your own GM. Make your own career at WWE2K23 as we look back at last week SmackDown Friday night. Talk about the Second City Saint that arrived. Let's talk about the newest signing that arrived last week on SmackDown officially. and the Viper, Randy Orton.
I would like everybody out there and encourage everybody out there, if you do buy 2K23, go into the edit wrestler mode and fix John Cena's bald spot. That's some cruel shit. They wrong for that.
Accuracy.
Accurate. You got
wrong for that, man. Even my dad was like,
no.
My dad was like, my dad said that was cold.
Let me ask you, do you go into 2K23 and fix Dusty's splotch?
No.
Yes, I would. I would if I could, by God.
No.
That is a signature.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta look, it's like the NBA franchise. You gotta stay current. You gotta keep up with the teams in the current rosters. You gotta look at their current age and condition. Speaking of age, how well did that guillotine from May 20, 2022 age, when was the last time Randy Orton was suffering at the clutches of the tribal chief? And apparently a Viper never forgets. Maybe he can forgive some things, but I'm pretty sure this is one thing he wants to acknowledge and avenge. As we saw the wise man Paul Heyman come out and instigate the Viper, only adding more fuel to the fire.
I mean, JJ, one of your favorites ever, man, got 18 months out of his career taken from as a result of the bloodline, man. You I know you were hurting with that Randy in particular, brother.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All of us that have been Orton fans forever were hurting, man. His presence was definitely missed, and to see him back, to see him in full effect, to see him striked and coiled. RKO to Jimmy Uso, just so good. And then as quickly as he dropped him, it's the turn and the look to the wise man and the decisions.
Bye-bye, Raw. The Viper is officially part of the Blue brand.
And you knew that's where it was going to go.
Of course.
SmackDown is desperate for main eventers with part-time Reigns over here. You know, they need somebody that can help draw the crowds, fill the arenas, and make the television must-see TV. I won't take anything away from Roman. As it was 2 years ago, this event, Jeff, that you realized how over Roman truly was when they did tribute to the troops post-SmackDown in Ontario, California.
And I've said it since then. I was at SummerSlam in 2021 and got to experience it. And it's one of those, hey, there's 50,000 people, so I get it. But man, hearing that same level of roar in the home of the minor league hockey team, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I'm like, all right, I'm a believer. I understand. I acknowledge my tribal chief, and until somebody takes him off the top of the mountain, he'll be at the head of the table. There you go. Oh, here we go.
I think he's had his seat too long at the table. Speaking of having his seat, Nick Aldis finally out of his seat. At least Randy Orton paid his fine. He introduced himself, as the Viper does, you know. Oh. Of course, we know that Randy Orton will be tagging alongside LA Knight. Yeah. So next time he knows he owes him $49,900. Well, speaking of owning, I know somebody's going to own a special promo as we continue to pay tribute to the troops, because coming up next, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will be taking center stage. And that's coming up here on SmackDown.
And again, man, you talk about the troops, you talk about serving our country. You think about the American dream, the Rhodes, baby.
Absolutely.
The hard-working man. So the common man, if you will. So to have the American Nightmare coming out here to say a few words, it just seems right. It almost feels right. Yeah, it feels poetic in just saying it. When you've considered what the Rhodes legacy has meant, why he's the American Nightmare is fulfilling to this day what Dusty Rhodes set pace for by nickname, the American Dream, as that's still preserved this day by the men and women all over the world
that preserve our freedoms stay away from their families longer than a WWE superstar on a yearly basis. And this is our little homage and a humble thank you to them. May they all come back home safely. I had a cousin for the longest time. I think she still is actually over in Afghanistan. Shout out to my cousin Sierra. And then, of course, people that we've lost is also nobody you definitely, you know, Shy and I too. My grandpa served in freaking Vietnam, God rest his soul. So it feels like, you know, a never-ending story. The art of war, the form of war, the conflict that is war. And yet you constantly have these individuals, vets, new, galore, it doesn't matter. You still have a constant barrage of people that defend everything that makes America what it is today, despite all the conflict we still face.
Off topic of the troops, but on our feed, I don't know about JJ's feed. Did either of you? No, you're not a movie person. JJ, did you ever end up seeing Dial of Destiny?
No.
Okay.
I still haven't seen the one that came before it, I don't think.
Oh, Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I might have seen it. I don't remember seeing it.
Right.
So if I saw it, it didn't leave a lasting memory with me, good or bad.
Okay.
Hey, Harrison Ford up there with John Cena, but he wears a hat, so who knows if he has a bald spot.
Yeah. Well,
but I did see something today when I turned my Roku on. There was a little advertisement on it, and I was like, what's this? A movie that just dropped called It's a Wonderful Knife. And I'm like, what this is? So I go to search, I look it up. I watch the trailer. It is an independent horror movie starring Justin Long.
Oh, geez.
Kind of around the It's a Wonderful Life basis, you know?
Right.
From what I gather from the trailer, and I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not really giving spoilers. This is everything you can see in the trailer.
Yeah.
This girl sees somebody get murdered.
Oh.
Gets the killer, kills them.
Ooh.
And then a year later gives the whole wish they had never been born. It feels that people would have been better off if she had never been born.
Oh, geez.
And she enters like this time paradox. And now that she has never been born, the killer is still alive and killing people.
Oh, fun.
Well, that's
and
not
it's just like, dude, this sounds interesting. Like
I was gonna say, it's one of those rare like.
I watched it back. I was like, Kyra, because I know she likes horror movies too. I was like, Kyra,
yeah,
real quick. And I watched it back with her. I was like, does that look interesting to you? She was like, when you're trying to watch it. I was like, before Christmas? Not right now, because I got to get money. It's got to get rented.
Yeah.
Voodoo or whatever. I was like, before Christmas? She was like, yeah, okay. I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's like the rare parody. I mean, like, you know what? I'm down to watch that. That sounds like a unique enough twist on a beautiful, arguably the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Arguably. Yeah.
I mean, you've got the standard It's a Wonderful Life, which is a Christmas Eve, Christmas Day tradition for me. You've got the Very Merry Muppet, Christmas movie, which is Kermit's version of It's a Wonderful Life.
Of course.
And now you've got this version, apparently. It's just like,
but I'm intrigued.
Enough about that. Later on this evening, we will be seeing the Empress of IMDb. Tomorrow versus the Queen, Charlotte Flair. But
for now,
ladies and gentlemen, there is an American Nightmare on our screens.
And he's not dressed up as Homelander, as far as I know. And again, as JD alluded to, talking about something that could be good, Charlotte Flair and Asuka renewing pleasantries or hostilities as the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes enters the arena. Decked out as always he can be in a three-piece suit.
My daughter has gotten to the point where she admits that the song is pretty kick-ass and I can do more than just the woes now.
Lights go up, I'm home.
Whoa.
I'm not going to lie. That's one of the only themes I will actually dedicate myself to always appreciating and saying out loud to this day. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes welcoming home, at least for tonight, the men, the women, the families of our military. Here at Tribute to the Troops 20th special, we saw those screenshots earlier where they were all over Afghanistan, the naval base, capacity crowd on hands and knives with all their family members and loved ones. A perfect holiday gift as the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes looks to give them a thank you and send us into the holiday season with, I'm sure, going to be a very special message. And as we know, for Cody Rhodes, he has a lot going on for him already outside of this on Monday Night Raw, dealing with Shinsuke Nakamura after officially declaring himself for next year's Royal Rumble.
Whoa.
There you go. You got it 2 times tonight.
Yep. He's been given it to us 2 times recently. He usually get the one on the entranceway and then the one on the turnbuckle. But he triggered the pyro a little bit prematurely this time. A little bit of a premature evacuation, if you will.
Yeah, but you get in the moment, and also again, you're still on air. You gotta get a mic.
And Josh, just while we wait for Cody to speak, you're wrong, but that's okay, young boy.
All right, well, let's hear what's on the American Nightmare's mind.
Give the producer a chance to get the link in the image to put up on screen to give this boy exactly how wrong he is, JJ. I'm not that fast. I'm slow in my old age, muckerfeather.
Well, I'd rather talk about something else besides Christmas movies and IMDb, but I digress. So what do you want to talk about? It's always weird listening in live on a promo.
Agreed.
As you only can interpret based on either what you relay or what you react to. Damn right. This is where you put your freaking nonsensical hubris to the wayside. It's not about wrestling or WWE tonight. It's about humble honor, gratefulness, appreciation for the troops.
It's about Cena's catchphrase. It's about hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Damn
the
right.
hustle that our troops put out on the front line on a regular basis, the loyalty to the country, and the respect that they fucking deserve for doing it.
Amen. Preach it, brother. To the service men and women in the building, and of course not here in the building. Yep. Yes, let's go ahead and
go to a video package here.
Well, again, this is the 20th anniversary of Tribute to the Troops, and why you could say what you want about JBL on commentary, it was JBL that really kickstarted this whole thing in the process. And then you had people like John Cena, who always gives it back to our troops, drive home how important it is what these servicemen and women do, defending our freedoms on a daily basis.
Yeah, absolutely. For years, John Cena said that the promo, the freestyle he did at the first Tribute to the Troops against Big Show was his favorite freestyle of all time.
Oh, man. And it wasn't even one of his greatest raps, but just the setting.
Exactly. It was the emotion.
Exactly.
You were talking earlier when we were mentioning Punk and, the emotion. Is he going to get to show emotion? You go back to that Cena promo, and while it may not have been his greatest lyrical masterpiece, the raw emotion conveyed within it. This may have been JBL's concept, but John Cena was the poster boy for this show.
And without John Cena, this does not make it 20 years. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Agreed. And it was cool to see John Cena there giving a little bit of a pre-tape promo, considering he's back in Hollywood now. Keeping the tradition of him being part of the show.
I mean, come on. You really think John Cena was not going to somehow be involved in this in a capacity? Get real. There you go. Before you go. What are you doing? From Virginia. Oh, wow. The United States Army drill team. Again, you consider what the drill team means for our military, what they represent.
Mm-hmm.
They spin those bayonets like nothing.
For real.
The discipline level demonstrated here by just these two gentlemen, led by that general.
Yeah, for them it's nothing. They spin the bayonets the way that a drummer twirls drumsticks. It's just so seamless.
And again, you consider the symbolism, the message, the motto, the credo behind that. Something that you can't understand unless you've been in the military yourself. Or
Absolutely.
in this case, I think that's Marines, actually, now that I think about it. Just trying to
I
think about the
never
colors here.
served. I never served because of my medical conditions never allowed me. But my father was a vet, and our good buddy AA Aaron Austin, original CASA mate, former roommate of Dory Lou and Stat Boy in Orange County, did his time as well. So thank you to both of you, as well as everybody else, again, that is served or is serving.
And again, we thank and appreciate all of you. But you not need to be known by name. You just simply need to be known for what you are and who you stand for. As we go down to CBS sports correspondent Brad Nelsler. Of course, CBS Sports has been also part of coverage in this great event over a number of years, along with other outlets. But I say, who's older here, JBL or Brad Nelsler? Or Michael Cole? By the way, happy birthday to Michael Cole.
Yes, Michael Cole turned 55.
Yeah, put that in perspective, folks. And he's been doing this for 25 years straight.
Yes. Oh, tomorrow's the Army-Navy game, too. Interesting. Good timing on that game schedule, you know.
Yeah,
that worked out,
the
right?
day after Tribute to the Troops.
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS. The Navy.
It's always one of those
military or Army.
It's one of those fun games that just gets personal for so many folks that are serving or have served, or families that are serving or have served. But the rest is just like, let's just watch the insanity ensue. That's great.
I mean, again, that's the only game that you actually will see Dallas Cowboy fans cooperate with another team.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm sure it's going to be a mighty presentation. But speaking of something mighty, here comes something almighty as we prepare for our next match in the opening round of the United States tournament, as the almighty Bobby Lashley has arrived. And you want to talk about people that serve, this is a former vet right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is going to be fun to watch you guys call, so enjoy it, man.
Of course, the almighty Bobby Lashley, also formerly an almighty United States champion, JJ. Let's keep that perspective as well. In fact, he beat your boy, Austin Theory.
Yep, one of his couple of reigns. He's a multi-time U.S. champion.
That's right.
You know, Bobby Lashley is one of those guys where the U.S. title, granted, he's a former world champion too, and well-deserving world champion, but for some reason, the U.S. title just looked good around his waist, especially when you factor in his veteran status. Like, to see a vet like that with the U.S. gold around the waist just added that extra aura of respect to it. You know what I mean?
And Bobby Lashley looking to once again usher in an era of almighty respect with the United States Championship as we got this message. Oh, wow. His father served in the Army for 26 years.
Hey, for some families, it's a career there. So definitely can understand why Lashley decided to enlist and serve.
And again, like we said, you throw the heel versus face dynamic out the window while the almighty Bobby Lashley's been managing now the almighty Street Profits. Tonight is not about that, but it is definitely about bringing a better time for the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley goes one-on-one against Karrion Kross in the opening round of the United States Championship Tournament, and that is coming up next here tonight on SmackDown. Tribute to the troops.
Yeah, it's an interesting pairing. You know, you just mentioned you throw it out the window, the face heel, and I totally get with you on that. But at the end of the day, this is a heel versus heel match. That's going to be kind of interesting to watch here. And Karrion Kross, hasn't been on TV for a while.
No, he hasn't.
So it's like you're going to bring him, dust him out of mothballs, get him an upgrade from catering for a night just to job him out? Because Lashley can't lose with the role he's on right now. You know what I mean?
Also,
It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and again, he served formally, and I'm just going to put it out there. You think about those that truly honor, respect, take pride, encourage, or even formally serve for that matter. Several people in WWE, for example, fit that moniker. It almost feels like, I don't want to call this too predictable, but if Bobby Lashley doesn't win this, then hell is frozen over in a whole different fashion.
Absolutely. And yes, Josh, I get Lashley is technically babyface here because it's tribute to the troops and he's a vet. But you've got to look at it from the common sense angle, and whether we throw babyface and heel out the window or not, it just is an odd booking decision.
It's extremely odd. I mean, again, face versus face, at least that's, a battle of pride, a battle of mutual respect. This is the exact opposite. Heel versus heel is even rarer in this business, in WWE especially. All right? So where am I at right now, 2023 in December? I'm just saying. Anyway. But either way, it should be a good match, though, because you consider, again, these are two of the baddest, meanest hitters in the entire WWE. It's just the fact that one's been booked a lot more than the other for some apparent reason. And of course, to your point, I think the last time we did see Karrion Kross was literally SummerSlam in that Slim Jim Battle Royal. And prior to that, he had a 5-minute match, if you want to call it that, with AJ Styles at Madison Square Garden. I don't think he's been seen or doing anything since.
Seriously.
I can't figure out anything he's done since, can you?
No, and I watch the show every week.
That's it. You review it. Check out folks for the love of wrestling on a weekly basis. Captain Aging Studios, courtesy of JJ, where he gives you day delay, but a simple insight from the Renegade, giving you weekly reviews on Raw, SmackDown, Collision, Rampage, and Dynamite, right here at Captain Aging Studios.
Absolutely.
Of course, as we got a commercial break right now, and of course, it is the holiday season. I hope everybody out there, again, is just enjoying tonight's presentation, paying your respect to, again, the hard-working servicemen and women that, of course, defend our country and our freedoms on a daily basis away from their families, more than a WWE superstar is a year. Although at Triple H, it seems like that caveat maybe has kind of relaxed more. Even Randy Orton has said that. But again, there's no more life-defining career that separates you from everything possible, I think, than preserving the freedom that is the United States of America. So again, God bless all of them. The ones that are there in attendance, the ones that are, of course, watching around the world on whatever screens, whatever bunkers, let's put it out there, folks, they may be. That's always commercial breaks. And again, as you see down toward the bottom, folks, I'll just go ahead and do shameless shows. I don't got somebody in my head, so I don't see a private message. I have to do that on my phone, producer, man. Of course, tomorrow again, we'll be with you for a wild weekend as we give you a double feature Saturday night as me and Dattilo will cover First Impact Wrestling Final Resolution, the last Impact PLE of the year, and then we move into NXT Deadline, me and JJ, as we are back here on SmackDown. SmackDown brought to us tonight by Progressive, also a great partner in providing the needs for our troops. Keys to Progress, courtesy of Progressive. And again, this is the 20th annual Tribute to the Troops. And we are currently underway in the opening round of this United States #1 Contender Championship Tournament. And Montez Ford here. Illustrious Street Profits. He started in the court 2008 to 2012.
Did not know that.
The more that we learn about these people.
Yes.
And again, like you said, JJ, they're now heels. Montez Ford always puts out every morning, God is good. He is a very Christian-based, religious, faithful man, and probably one of the kindest souls you'll ever meet. Speaking of a different soul, a different sort, CM Punk is still to return tonight later on SmackDown, that tribute to the troops. And someone tells me for one time in our lives, he won't have a pipe bomb in his hand.
Here's a question for you, Noah. And if Jeff wants to pop in on the screen real quick and chime in on this too, we're seeing these people that are vets getting cheered here tonight, even if they're heels.
Yes.
Randy Orton is going to be in the main event, and he went AWOL from the military. Is he going to get booed out the building?
You know, I was going to point out earlier that you were talking about Bobby Lashley just seeming like that U.S. championship fit on him. I remember distinctly when Randy became U.S. champion, everybody was kind of like, ooh. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. But again, he just came back. He's been out for over a year and a half. And I really think, and again, this is not a shot at anybody in particular, and you know who I'm talking about. I think the majority of the fandom that is not passionate about what he did prior to WWE has either forgotten about that or long since forgiven him for his going AWOL, deserting the military, however you want to phrase it. So I don't think that'll be a problem in this case. Now, if there was a TV on in St. Pete, Florida, I'm sure he was booed out the damn front door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. If he's going to be booed anywhere tonight, it's going to be there, because when you do something like that, it's not going to be forgiven from your center commander or central base. But I do think time makes a man better, humble, and forgiven.
No. No, I don't know if you're making the correlation. I'm not talking about a base. I'm talking about where JJ's Papa lives. Because JJ's Papa was the one that was saying that, nope, not room for this asshole. So
that's fair.
And that's the main reason my dad hated on him, was because
for real. Yeah.
Thing.
Now, there was a point after the match with Foley that even Jerry was like, yeah, all right. Okay, briefly. I'll give it up briefly.
Well, hey, man, like you said, you just talked about tonight. Maybe they will give it up briefly for the Viper. But right now, we're in the United States Championship Tournament first round match here. Bobby Lashley, Karrion Kross, with the winner, has Santos Escobar waiting for them. Bell rings are underway. Karrion Kross falls in immediately with the knee.
Well, Kross has to be the aggressor here, because he's got to make a statement. He knows that Lashley is the odds-on favorite in this, even though he's got Scarlett at ringside as his second. You know, we pointed out the fact that Kross hasn't been seen in months. So if Kross wants to be taken seriously, he's really got to stick it to Lashley in the early goings here.
And Lashley right now going for the hurt lock, and they're going full Nelson, but Karrion Kross, great awareness, pushes Bobby Lashley face first into the top turnbuckle. Again, you think about what, again, we talk about America is land of opportunity. This is a huge opportunity for Karrion Kross. So you got to strike the iron while it's hot, because who knows what's going to happen again. As we alluded to, I don't think we've seen this man since August, since SummerSlam. Irish with Bobby Lashley. Whoa! What a lunge over the
stairs.
And Lashley follow up.
I know Kross and Scarlett have been doing the intro that they did for quite a while, but again, since it's been so long since I've seen him, am I the only one that now wants to see Scarlett and Timeless Tony do a team thing together with the black and white intro and everything? Like, can we get that somehow?
I guess if you want horror noir, which I guess was a thing back in the 1930s or 50s, I suppose so. The United States Championship. So good. It would be interesting. Timeless would be a different word. This account will continue though after this commercial break. Of course. Look, JJ, what do I always say?
I know.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it real quick, and I mean this in the most non-critical way possible towards what this is about. WWE, you're still the most stupidly over-advertised, marketed book franchise in the world, related to something that happens in 4 sides of a freaking squared circle, undermining the freaking prestige of what makes me as a fan, and that's professional wrestling. Damn it! We're SmackDown used to be the wrestling show, not the entertainment showcase. But I digress.
Okay, I have 2 things that I need to say to this. Number 1, at least AEW, we get picture-in-picture, so we can still see what's happening. Number 2, Fox has gotten so tired of the lack of Roman Reigns that they just showed us an Aquaman Jason Momoa commercial, who's the Wish version of Roman Reigns. to try to make up for the lack of Roman Reigns.
Jeff?
I love you, bro. But to anybody outside the wrestling bubble, Roman Reigns is which versus Jason Momoa.
Damn.
Just
Hey,
saying.
but you know what? Jason Momoa is not running on 1,200 days at top of the box office.
No, that's true.
So even Jason Momoa needs to acknowledge our tribal chief.
I'm sure he will at some point. I'm sure they'll have some sort of crossover event where Roman Reigns will show up for no particular reason. By the way, before I pop back off here,
just Superman punch Roman in the face. Anyway,
the next time the Peacemaker does something, have him show up with Aquaman and just have Roman on the red carpet there with them. Be like,
okay, so
and just walk away.
Here's probably bringing up Peacemaker. 2 reasons. One, actually only one. I take it back. The only thing I've seen of Peacemaker outside of having it on the Max Hub is the Funko Pop figure Teresa and I ran into at Charlie Brown's, and it was the one where the scene in his underwear. Now I can't unsee that figure in my head ever.
We are back.
And they wrong for that.
Live for the United States Championship first round match is Bobby Lashley on Karrion Kross 1-on-1. We are not focusing on cinematography and what Roman Reigns wishes he could be if he was actually more active in his current capacity. Clothesline by Karrion Kross, following up with Bobby Lashley in the corner. Oh man, bullhammer elbow of sorts. And of course, we have CBS sports correspondent, big suplex at ringside with Michael Cole, Kevin Patrick, and JBL. Here's the cover by Karrion Kross and gets a 2 count.
To Matthew's point, we've seen Scarlett more recently than we've seen freaking Cross because Scarlett was on Halloween Havoc with Shotzi.
Let's be honest, if she wasn't a pretty face, she wouldn't have been there.
That's fair.
Again, right now we see Karrion Kross getting the better of Bobby Lashley. Well, Bobby Lashley blocking the shot, though, trying to fight back into this. Again, to your point, Bobby Lashley, former multiple-time United States champion. Karrion Kross, still looking for his first main-level PLE accolade. Hasn't been a champion since NXT. Cover 2, no.
Kross has really taken it to Lashley here, and good on him. You know, I think Triple H realizes that even though Kross is 99.99999% likely to eat the fall here, we've got to make him look strong because he has looked like chump change since his return. And Kross is looking hella strong here.
And right now, Kross might be in a world of trouble after looking to wind up and say time's up for Bobby Lashley, unable to deliver Armageddon. Out of the corner, Bobby Lashley able to escape, and big clothesline takes Karrion Kross off his feet. And again, if you're going to show the strong will and testament of being the United States champion, you got to overcome obstacles like this. Nice net breaker there by Bobby Lashley. And it's been a while since Bobby Lashley tested to a degree. He's been in more of a managerial role. Bobby looking to give the troops something to remember. Hoisting Karrion Kross up. Big stalling. Ready to go drop suplex. Again, Bobby Lashley, he is a fitness freak. Gym freak. He is almighty for a reason.
He has always been a physical specimen. And the fact that he still looks the exact same today in 2023 as he did when he debuted on ECW in 2006 is just fucking nuts to me.
Former dominator of Impact Wrestling. Look at this place as Bobby Lashley looking to call his shot in his crosshairs. The spear! Cut Karrion Kross in half. Cover! Bobby Lashley advances in the tournament.
And no real surprise here, but kudos to Kross for looking strong throughout. Hopefully we'll still see something manifest for Karrion Kross here come 2024.
But what has manifested here, JJ, as you see the updated bracket now, you will see in the semifinals Santos Escobar versus Bobby Lashley.
We still need to find out who that NXT superstar is, though. They have not announced that yet. And I wonder if they're doing that on purpose until deadline is over. I have a feeling it's going to be somebody that's in the Iron Survivor match.
And it might Very likely. It might be somebody on their last call. Meanwhile,
while we have a celebration here with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Josh? Where the hell's that link at? There we go. Okay. All right, Joshua. Pay attention. Okay.
Anyway, all right. There you go.
They're showing last week. It's okay.
Yeah, again, they're just showing up what happened last week when the women's division basically had a combustible situation. All parties banned from ringside as Billy looked to come to the aid of Kairi Sane playing damage control, but all she did was cause more damage as we saw Bianca Belair KO the Pirate Princess to the bottom of the sea and get the win.
All right, Josh. Follow this link right here. Now, granted, show's 3 years old. But there haven't been a whole lot of movies, I think, that would crack the top 10 since 3 years ago. So, Josh, watch this show and report back. This is your homework, young man.
Oh, good Lord Almighty.
Eve of Christmas Eve special. I want a report on what you thought about this list. And I want it detailed, by God. There you go. I will not deny the greatness of Santa Claus the movie. Or, what else did he say?
Polar Express.
Polar Express. Beautiful. I'm watching that tonight, actually, on my binge list. But, no. Anyway. Damage Control is talking in the back.
While you're playing damage control from a cinematography standpoint of knowledge and appreciation, Dakota Kai's playing damage control right now with Billy that might be causing more damage than benefit.
Damage control treating Bailey the way she treated that Bailey Buddies when she turned heel.
Right?
Well, again, what is going to happen ahead of Charlotte Flair versus Asuka? But before that, get ready to welcome in the cult of personality as CM Punk returns to the ring up next on SmackDown.
It's about time. It's about time.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been looking forward to this all week.
Not going to lie, this actually extremely intrigues me.
Emmanuel, I have only seen Gremlins once.
And this is where I do now for now.
It did not resonate with me. It didn't stay with me the way I think some people had hoped it would.
Yes.
It does take place at Christmas time. So I guess in that aspect, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, we need
one of those things for me that falls into the, if Gremlins is a Christmas movie, if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie, Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But they don't have the same warm, fuzzy, feel good for me at Miracle on 34th Street. It's a Wonderful Life, the Santa Claus, the Rankin Bass specials, Charlie Brown Christmas, that those have for me. So there's people that'll argue that those are Christmas movies. But then there's the Josh Mansfields of the world who say that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
He's fired. Like he's banned from the channel for that one. Like for real, Josh, I love you, and it's the holidays, but I will Hickory do your ass up out of here for that.
I can't even defend him because he unsubbed to the members only section of the Multiverse. So
okay, just so I'm clear before I do kick your ass. If you're talking the Edmund Gwynn 1947 Miracle on 34th Street not being on a top 10 Christmas movie list, period, we might have to divert funds for me going to Vegas to see the Paradise Kitty to go to Cleveland instead. I will whoop his ass. Okay. And as far as Die Hard, here's the deal.
Here's a difference. By the shirt.
Yeah, here's the thing by the shirt. Yes, the difference is. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking about Die Hard because if I put that chat on the screen, I am gonna fucking explode.
No, because you also have to keep in mind how young he is.
I know.
He was probably. Hold on, Jeff. You know me, and you know that I am Edmund Gwynn through and through. But if the first one he was exposed to was Attenborough, then it's going to be a little bit more sentimental to him because it's closer to his age and when he was born.
Why did you use the S word for a Christmas movie? can't use the word sentimental Christmas movie and
I
expect me
can,
to.
though. It's just one of those things.
And
Remember,
as we
he-
finally get away from movies, let's go ahead and talk about something far more important with
No,
WrestleMania
no,
week
I'm
next
done.
year.
He's
Philadelphia,
over this.
Pennsylvania, Wells Fargo Center gets to take center stage for SmackDown, the Hall of Fame.
we
NXT
got
stand
straight
delivered
cut off
at
on our
Monday
own
Night
channels, Jay.
Raw. The most busy week in the WWE Multiverse media as always. And we're covering all of it. So stay tuned for more on that, folks.
yes,
We got told on our own show, Jay. What the fuck?
we did.
It's okay.
What a God, we're here to tribute to the troops, not talking about some damn Christmas
They
movie.
were
Do
on
that
the
on
better
National
show.
Wrestling.
Noah, give
Yeah,
us
but bottom line, as far as Die Hard goes, there is a difference. Die Hard takes place during the Christmas season. The other movies that are Christmas movies are about Christmas. Yeah.
He is at a Christmas party.
That's right.
That's his choice.
Shit. Well, all right then.
Really quickly, and then I will try my damnedest not to go back into movies for the rest of the night. Noah, you have my
I'm
word.
messing with you. I know what y'all are up to. Besides,
I was just gonna
y'all's
say-
movie talk is far more engaging than any damn advertisement I could see on the stupid screen from Fox.
That's fair. And Josh just put up the comment before the Punk one is exactly what I was going to say. Remember, he prefers the 98 animated Rudolph to the Rankin Bass Classic.
Okay.
Because
All
it
right.
was what he was exposed to first. Is closer to when he was born because he's such a young boy.
All right. I'll behave.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Oh boy. Well, CM Punk out to
Ladies
behave.
and gentlemen, whether you are watching us around the world or in the room with us right now, it's clobbering time.
And the color personality is about to give us a lasting impression at Tribute to the Troops. I hope his pipe bomb's been defused. And boy, has hell froze over.
And Jeff, you may as well just stay on screen instead of popping in and out. Just
seriously,
go ahead and mute yourself. Let us do our thing.
CM Punk in 2023.
I'm ahead of you guys just a bit, so.
And WWE at Tribute to the Troops. This is 2023. Just saying. Again, not much to say right here. Again, CM Punk's on our screen, heading down to the range to pay tribute to the troops and hopefully give us the safest pipe bomb we've ever heard.
Right.
But knowing CM Punk, what's there and say? Oh, yeah, highly unlikely in all likelihood.
Showing love to those troops and fans at ringside, giving a couple of them hugs. This
Real
does
quick,
not look
Jay.
like a cancerous individual that was bringing down a locker room. Would you say, Noah?
Yeah.
Well, again, that white shirt tells me he's looking for a fresh start, and so far he has demonstrated that. We also, though, JJ, have to consider we don't know where CM Punk lies in the WWE ecosystem. We only learned about Randy Orton last week. CM Punk has yet to decide between Raw or SmackDown.
And I believe that decision will be made on Raw this week. Go ahead, Jeff.
Before he gets going, JJ, the shirt that Walter bought for you and him, or the one Punk's wearing now?
No, that's a different one. The one he bought for me and him is the logo like is on the Tron.
I understand that. My question is, prefer that one or prefer the one he's wearing? I want this one.
I like this one, but I prefer the other one, honestly.
Fair point.
Ooh.
Damn.
CM Punk saying it's not the end of the show. He's not getting his time cut tonight.
No, he's in the dead middle. No one's going to cut off that microphone or this audience. For once, I might not hear some stupid audible filter audio in the background. And it appears, of course, who lost on the Viper, doing everything possible to sign CM Punk to Raw. I'm about to say, come on, troops. You're supposed to demonstrate how loud and proud you are all the time. Yep. Where will CM Punk lie in the WWE? I freaking wonder.
Ooh, he's going to leave it up to us.
Excuse me?
Ooh. Rousing boos for that. But then again, he's there on SmackDown. Of course,
we're on the blue brand. We're on the blue brand, the brand that actually is supposed to define professional wrestling more than the brand that defines entertainment more, even though the blue brand has a part-time overrated champion, 2 part-time overrated champions. Now that I actually wouldn't mind seeing, because that would be interesting. Would CM Punk be one of the guys or the guy to throw 29 people over the top rope and point towards the giant metallic bell that will be the WrestleMania 40 logo? I'm game for that. Hell, we're calling
Absolutely.
it. Stay tuned for our coverage, folks, of the Royal Rumble. It will only be a 2-person booth out of the 5-person chaos that happened at the beginning of the year. But shout out to Statboy, who will have all the stats ready for us.
Ooh.
Yeah, good people. Yeah, well, CM Punk's always been a lightning rod for controversy. Boo him, cheer him, appreciate him, hate him. Doesn't matter. We all do it because we know he's right. He listens, he hears, he speaks. Oh no, oh no, oh no!
At his core, Phil Brooks is an agent of chaos.
Exactly. Say.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who do you want him to talk about?
Raggy.
Hangman.
I mean, I have a few people on my mind that I wouldn't mind hearing him talk about, but let's see what is on his mind tonight. This is starting to get interesting. Bazay, you can tell us a lot about Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns. Talk about that idiot.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's the name of that overrated friggin' part-timer. What?
Brock Lesnar.
Damn right.
Brock Lesnar. Kurt Angle. Big Show. That's
I was saying, he was the wise man that led CM Punk to a reign over 450 days. I was saying, his cousins are here, though, including that ultimate hypocrite. Yeah. Yeah, good for Jay and how far he came. I think that'd be kind of cool, but I think Jay should continue to be single competitor. I mean, I have no problem with you GTSing Jimmy Uso every week.
He got confused. This one switch too.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Possibly.
No.
I mean, you know, WrestleMania 27. We're far removed from that. LA Knight.
Yeah.
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 Huh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Uh-oh.
It would be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight if he's technically clear to compete.
That's fair.
Kind of fair.
Hell of a tag team.
Really punches people in the face backstage. Ugh. No. That's absolutely insane. Who would even dare do such a thing? Come on now.
He's chuckling. He knows what he said. He knows what he said.
We all know what he's saying. All right, you've been living under a rock if you don't.
You know what? I just don't think anybody would do that in the States. I think they'd go overseas, maybe to Wembley Arena to do that.
Well, to be fair, there's also a different standard of laws there, JJ. Yeah, who's the one guy that you haven't named yet? I freaking wonder. Yeah,
Yep.
Unfortunately, I've had that problem from produce. Oh
shit.
Yeah, the man wears the pants.
Whoopsie doodle.
Oh boy. Go ahead
Punk
and say
burning it down tonight.
He's definitely burning it down on that microphone that is slowly lit as the audience serenades. CM Punk smiling like a Cheshire cat. Okay.
Ooh.
Interesting.
He ought to go to Deadline. That would be awesome to see him there tomorrow.
I can see him sitting there. I'll say, isn't that poetic justice? Accurate. Oh. And what does that mean? Finishing your story. Man advancing WrestleMania! Mic drop! CM Punk story known, and I guarantee you right now, I'm on video for this. This guy will finish his story before Cody Rhodes. Talk about a home run of a promo.
And
signs on the dotted line Monday night, and we will see where he ends up. But 9 out of 10, I'm pretty sure I can tell you where he's going to be.
Does he have your attention now, people?
they're in Providence, Rhode Island right now, right? Or they work for SmackDown tonight?
Correct.
Figure that was 3 hours ago. That ball is still sailing toward the upper northeast of the United States. That home run he just hit out of the park.
And tell me when he was telling lies.
Yeah. Nope.
A gem of a promo as we go back down into the arena now for action from the women's division as the Queen enters in the arena. Charlotte Flair reduced hostilities with a longtime rival, Asuka.
Well, JJ was enjoying the show.
I was going to say, wake me up when her entrance is over.
Oh,
no. Well, Jeff,
she looking good, though. She looking good.
But let's also talk about this, Jeff. Again, Charlotte Flair, Asuka. They have been bound to each other since WrestleMania 34 when Charlotte first stopped the Undefeated. She beat Asuka that night via submission in the figure eight hold. Asuka has not been the same since. And when it comes to Charlotte Flair, there are two things you can connect with her: breaking Asuka's undefeated streak and championships.
It's fair.
So what you're telling me is that Charlotte Flair is the John Cena of the women's division, squashing everybody's pushes. Got it.
And of course, we'll see what happens when Charlotte Flair, no doubt, could be a participant in the upcoming Royal Rumble next year. And as JJ gets ready to rant about that prior to the predicting, Charlotte Flair goes one-on-one with Asuka once again tonight on Tribute to the Troops. And that's coming up next year on SmackDown. And of course, you see Little Nate holding the rose for her. How fitting.
Absolutely. Flares recognize flares. Oh, as if Charlotte coming to my reign isn't depressing enough, let me just take this moment to remind everybody that sadly, 2 years ago today, we lost Blackjack Mulligan.
Yep.
4 years ago today, we lost Carol Spinney, longtime Muppet performer,
Yep.
responsible for bringing us Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, which you want to talk about completely polar opposite characters contained in one man. And 43 years ago today, we lost John Lennon.
Oh.
Wow. That one I actually do recognize, and that one hits hard. And you think about John Lennon, who, of course, did that song about Christmas, the war is over. That's a hell of a name to bring up during this time, JJ. Jeez. Well, everybody, unfortunately, meets their deadline even in life. And again, come tomorrow night, part of our double feature, we'll be covering NXT Deadline as Ilya Dragunov will defend the NXT champion against Baron Corbin. And 5 women and 5 men for the first time ever will see how far they can endure and pick up decisions during the Iron Survivor Challenges. There's so much more ahead with our coverage of NXT Deadline, where the clock counts up and we'll see who meets the deadline soon enough tomorrow night here on the WWE Multiverse Media. As we got a full-on commercial break right now, let's see if people have anything to say in the chat regarding that Grand Slam, very neutrally tamed pipe bomb that CM Punk dropped on us, quite literally. And now we know what story he wants to finish come maybe next year. And I think it could freaking happen. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if that was not the light of the fuse to Rollins versus Punk at Mania, then I don't know what is.
And I mean, come on now, bruv. You seriously think
whether
the
belt is on the line or not?
Well, think about it this way. When we last saw CM Punk,
yes,
if I remember right, he was supposed to go into a program with Triple H himself at WrestleMania 30. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And when you think about it, where did Triple H end up in the program with? Had he won his opening match WrestleMania, he would have been in the World Heavyweight Championship picture.
Yep.
So it only makes logical sense, besides the feud with Rollins in words, that Punk be in the World Championship picture. That is a disturbing commercial they just showed on Fox. Anyway, that Punk finished his story of being in the main event picture of WrestleMania. And that was his biggest damn it, I'll get over this cough. I swear to God I will. Biggest point of contention besides the, being legitimately sick and injured and not getting proper treatment, which was a big deal, but not main eventing Mania. JJ, you and I were there. He said those words out loud, sitting in crisscross applesauce on that ramp. The fact that Dwayne main evented a WrestleMania in his hottest year of his WWE career was and still is, for my money, bullshit.
Oh,
I agree. Oh, hey, look at that door.
Punk walking backstage and he sees the Bloodline dressing room.
Well, looky what. Whoa.
All right. Well, hey, Kevin Owens.
KO.
Front row.
That's about as neutral as possible. Someone tells me that Kevin Owens and CM Punk are going to have an altercation that's going to involve throwing fists and fighting sooner rather than later. Again, I like Kevin Owens. He's my type of guy. Okay, he doesn't speak a whole lot. His actions speak for himself. All right.
Doesn't need to anymore.
Exactly.
So this entrance is making me think, and Jeff knows a little bit about this because, of course, he's invited and coming. But my daughter, for her birthday this coming year, wants to do a WWE themed party where her guests dress up as different wrestlers.
Oh, good Lord Almighty!
One of her friends is actually going to do Asuka, face paint and all.
Oh, eesh. That's terrifying.
That is awesome. When she told me
Whoa, wait a minute! Hold that fuck! What the hell just happened? That's Mia Yim and Selena Vega. Remember, they were attacked by Damage Control prior to Survivor Series War Games. And they're going after Io Sky and Dakota Kai.
I was about to say, like, damn, when was the last time we saw Mia? And there's Shotzi and Bianca.
For once, the numbers are not in favor of Damage Control. It's a 4-2 assault. Well,
who's the one in pink?
You read what you saw. That's Selena Vega.
Oh, it's Selena. God, I recognize her. She looked like a freaking giant box of cotton candy. Jesus Christ, I can't think of the word.
In the meantime, let's focus on the two in the ring now that we got no outside parties. Asuka and Charlotte Flair, insert match number here.
But yeah, when she told me that, I was like, please tell me she's doing the face makeup. And she was like, hell yeah.
Like, dude. That's awesome.
I mean, again, if you're going to commit, you got to commit. Whoa, and immediately Charlotte Flair caught her with a backdrop suplex. And a clip up.
The discussion now is coming to, do I show up as the wise man because I have the bald head without the skull now like Paul Heyman pulls, or do I break out the old black suit, red tie, grab the urn, and show up as Paul Bear?
Cover 2 up the cartwheel clothesline. 2 for Charlotte Flair. I think it goes like this. If you got a suit, Paul Heyman. If you don't, then there's your answer.
Well, I mean, I have a suit either way. It's just if I put on a red tie, I can go with Paul Bear because I have the accessory.
Exactly. Red. Big chop on the outside. Again, you cannot have a match with a Flair without a chop. I'm just saying. It's
absolutely. Just like,
And that's why we don't chop against the ring post, kids.
Even a giant LED one. Which one hurts worse, LED or square? You be the judge.
I'm going to go with the OGs.
Yeah, exactly. Oh! That sliding knee, though, was a good follow-up strike.
Yeah, I would think because of the nature of the LEDs, they're still pretty firm, but they're also more of a casing than an actual pole.
Talk about casing. How about the top of the barricade? Another backdrop suplex by Charlotte Flair to Asuka's lower spine, getting back in the ring, breaking the Red's 10 count here. And again, Asuka, of course, recently joined Damage Control. It's one of those battles of you can't beat them, join them, which I'm sure caught everybody by surprise. Charlotte Flair heading towards the top rope, looking for the moonsault. Hyper extended, but just caught enough of Asuka's right arm to take off her feet.
You know, Jay, you know, and I know that I'm going to sing Charlotte's praises, and you're going to be mad at me for doing it.
Right.
But her moonsault, unless she's going into the ring and hitting somebody, is just become the drizzling shit. It's awful. It's awful.
Agreed.
Like, stop it, Ashley. No.
1 out of 10 times she's actually hit it and actually hit people with it. I think the last time she actually hit people with it was WrestleMania 32.
Well, the problem with going to the outside is, number one, you're going blind.
Yes.
And number two, it's like the risk to reward ratio is so much greater going to the outside, especially over there. You figure if she misses, which she nearly did, she's either, face planting a la daddy style on the floor outside the ring, or she's hitting one of 300 tables out there. It's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. About to say.
And for the record, Noah, I've actually walked on the barricade, so it is pretty sturdy. So I'm sure that the suplex didn't feel nearly as good.
No. I imagine a suplex against anything doesn't feel great because that's still a back bump.
Yeah, just no.
Yeah, Randy Orton knows a thing or two about that, how many back bumps he's taken over his career. Dadgummit.
Yeah. There are a lot better things I can think of getting suplexed on than a barricade around the WWE ring.
That's true. But anyway, as far as that party goes, JJ, I'm just going to say this. I hope that she has a great time. I hope everybody commits to the character, whatever they go with. And
it'll be...
live spiritually through the superstars that you idolize. Because what does Fox say even though Fox sucks? We are superstars when they've advertised for WWE. Thank Christ that's changing next year. Get off this cursed channel.
The sucky part is, like, all the characters that I want to do, I'm basically being told that I can't do because the people that are like the counterpart to those characters, it would just look way too wrong for me to be those characters.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so my daughter is going to be AJ Lee. So there goes me being CM Punk. I thought, okay, well, maybe I can do Judgment Day. It's easy enough. Black jeans, get the shirt, get the purple bandana.
Yeah.
Put the Mysterio on my fists, be Dirty Dom. her best friend Juno is going to be Rhea Ripley.
Nope.
That doesn't
nope,
apply.
Nope.
Can't do that.
I contemplated doing Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You know, the father of Natalia,
Oh yeah,
who
Yes,
my daughter
yes.
is named after. I
exactly.
don't think anyone's going to get the gimmick.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't have enough time to really grow the goatee to a
No.
decent length.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair. Yeah.
As
We're
we
back
back
to
to
Jim's-
the match to be continued on this birthday party.
Yeah, Jim's beard. Jim's beard. Yeah, time.
I'm surprised they actually gave them that short of a break. I'm actually quite surprised. Still,
Right?
why you gave him a
Ooh.
break in the first place? You know what? I'm not going into that rant tonight. Save that for our open mic night rant at a different time. I always a pipe bomb like hell on this stupid ass company and the fact they still under rent. Never mind.
Sunday special, 12 noon.
Oscar and Sean Flair squaring off back in the ring. Truth is the truth. Once again, to the center stage. Oof, that breaker. And face first in the second turnbuckle. And again, damage control. Literally played damage control away from ringside thanks to a bunch of unique allies and a ton of enemies wiping out Dakota Kai and Io Sky. And Kairi Sane, for that matter, who, funny enough, I didn't see Kairi Sane, I think, part of that, a melee, at least back up at the area. So I do wonder if she's going to come back out here.
Uh-oh, look at Charlotte. She's favoring her leg. She may have
dear.
injured it somewhere.
Yeah, she might have tweaked that ankle there. You see her hobbling on the left. Now looking for the figure four leg lock.
Can barely get it locked in. Lights going off.
But can she bridge? Is that the question here? On a bad ankle, trying to get a base, trying to. Wait a minute! There's Bailey! And Bailey taking the base out from underneath Charlotte Flair, grabbing her left hand. Again, damage
Lights
control
going
told
off
Bailey.
again. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, damage control told Bailey to stay away from ringside here. Meanwhile, Asuka might be looking for the Asuka lock here, and almost had a miscommunication. Oh, and a shot to Bailey by Charlotte Flair. Like Asuka with the schoolboy, the rollout too. Got her! And this time, Bailey actually pays dividends. Again, Charlotte Flair, like you said, might have sustained an injury there. Strong performance is always by the Queen, but tonight, she wasn't ready for Asuka and Bailey. Bailey with the intervention, preventing Asuka from possibly submitting to the figure eight. A WrestleMania 34 repeat. Bailey saying, I did that. That's true, she did do that. Meanwhile, we go backstage to Nick Aldis' office and a contract in hand to CM Punk. Well. Speaking of ones that are trying to finish their story, if I got turned into a meme.
I need to know where Cody got that suit jacket like now. That's tremendous. I love that color.
I agree.
Love me the burgundy. Y'all know this.
Yeah, damn right, burgundy friggin' pops.
Sharp color, always.
Gonna be interesting to see how Cody Rhodes and CM Punk can coexist, and CM Punk decides to sign to the Red Brand. As again, we can speculate, but until it's pen to paper made official, guys, it's still absolutely up in the air.
Cody was still technically under contract at AEW when Punk first got there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's been going around since the injury on SmackDown when it was live to the East Coast that Charlotte is legitimately injured, which, you know, love the character or not, that sucks. Especially going into Rumble and Mania season. That's no bueno.
Like I said, it doesn't matter how you feel about the person that you see on screen from a character standpoint. They're still an individual at the end of the day, a human being that's out to make a living for their family and is out there putting life and limb on the line on a daily basis for our entertainment. And you always got to put that perspective. Put the fan behind you. Think about the human being that's in front of you. Speaking of human beings, as again, we talk about what this night's about. We pay honor, of course, to the hard men and women, of course, in the military here. And I believe this is the second time we've heard about this vet that, of course, was honored by Barack Obama.
I remember. Oh, God, yeah, I'm sorry.
Carson Sarin, of course.
I wasn't going to say anything.
And again, we talk about the
You're muted. I can't hear you.
No, he's good.
I'm not muted. I was just waiting to make sure you got a chance to talk because I know both
I
of
wasn't
them.
trying to say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. What I was saying
right.
was I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they showed a package on this gentleman when he got honored with the 2017 medal during either that year's tribute to the troops or shortly after he got the medal, if I remember.
Exactly. That's exactly right, Jeff, because apparently he sacrificed a lot. He saved a lot of men. He suffered 30 surgeries. He demonstrated what it truly meant to preserve freedom and save lives.
Yeah.
And now we got a commercial break.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that guy's package on a WWE broadcast before. So I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Nothing but love and respect for that guy, too. Respect. All right. Well, we got a full commercial break again. So resume the chats that you were saying earlier. That's far more engaging and worthwhile than anything people could see on a Fox TV screen.
So I need to end quicker. I have zero interest in Bailey versus damage control or boring control. Damn, I guess.
Damn.
And again, yeah, not a fan of Charlotte, but hate to see anyone get injured. Also curious how much this affects. Yeah, I mean, when somebody goes down in mid-December, you always go, "Uh-oh, what now? What?"
Even JJ, even you gotta consider that. I know the dismay you have towards the Queen, but that's rough.
Yeah, I mean, my love for Charlotte is known amongst the channel, or should I say, lack of love for her.
Yes.
Yeah, but the word in between.
Yeah, like I don't want anybody to get injured.
No.
You know, Bully Ray had made a great pitch on the Busted Open podcast earlier this week. You know, to have Damage Control finally turn, beating down Bailey. Here comes Becky, and here comes Charlotte to the rescue. And then to take on Damage Control at Mania, here comes the returning Mercedes.
Ooh.
4 horsewomen walk in to take on Damage Control at Mania.
Yeah.
Now with Charlotte going down with this injury, depending on how severe, how long she's out, that could put a serious hurting on that potential plan if that was anything that Hunter was kicking around in his head.
But that also does mean that, again, Io Sky's title, if not taken off her, is relegated to multi-person showcase. A different conversation, but I kind of like the idea, and I do think that should come at some point. But again, it's one of those things where what is the Royal Rumble supposed to surround? You being part of WrestleMania in a championship capacity. Again, Charlotte Flair, if you did get injured, on behalf of JMN Multiverse, we wish you the absolute best in your recovery. Absolutely. May you still take center stage at the Showcase of the Immortals. Yes. That is WrestleMania. And hopefully you beat the countdown before the buzzer hits 0. And as you alluded to, JJ and Jeff, the first WWE PLE of 2024 will be covering, and what you're going to christen as the year hashtag, we're going to die, is going to be the WWE Royal Rumble.
And I can't wait because that is my favorite event of the year.
We're still going to die, kids.
Again, you never know who's coming out when that buzzer hits 0. And so much more to come. WWE, AEW, freaking TNA. I got to start saying that myself.
Yeah.
We're struggling with that. Oh, again, we got Wrestle Kingdom 18 in Tokyo Dome, January 4th. We got TNA Hard to Kill. And of course, AEW kicks off as of right now. Please stick to that. For the love of God. AEW Revolution, where it's showtime for the last time, and we go back to Wembley Stand with All In. But of course, the year is still far from over. We got our double feature tomorrow with NXT Deadline, Impact Wrestling Fire Resolution. The following week, we have our final battle, and the year end has World's End. And that's some of the stuff coming across WWE Multiverse of Media. We're also going to have an open mic night special Sunday brunch, December 10th, New Pacific. We're going to talk about a very unique business partnership that could maybe offer a little bit of foreshadowing towards big what ifs and open possibilities with TNA and Endeavor streaming deals. So stay tuned for that, hosted by Renegade JJ Williams on Sunday. Open mic night brunch.
Also known on that graphic.
Yeah.
We're also possibly going to open the discussion throughout the thread of the panelists. Who are the MVPs across the wrestling companies for 2023? So stay tuned for that.
Again, I hope you all have a great conversation because, again, I might not be able to make it because I'll be doing stuff with my church.
It is all good, brother. We had to we only had to move it to Sunday because of the long run time between Final Resolution and
Deadline. There you go. Oh, look, two-time Grammy Award nominee, The War and Treaty, taking in the festivities tonight at Tribute to the Troops.
Yeah,
That's Who Found America the Beautiful, or God Bless America, whatever.
Yes.
God bless America. Too many songs. Forget just sticking the Star Spangled Banner. It should be anyway.
America.
Vince has always been partial to America the Beautiful, but even they didn't do that tonight. So there was that.
We the people.
That's right. Man, Sunday.
Don't tread on me, JJ. Yeah, Sunday, of course. Stay tuned, folks. I'm sure there'll be some unique coverage regarding the aftermath of those football games. For those that's into that stuff, again, more power to you. On the Stat Boy Sports Bar with Dory Lou.
Well, Sunday night on NBC is the Cowboys and the Eagles, and that's going to determine the East. And I'm going to be, I'll probably be pre-drinking during open mic night.
That's fair.
Gonna need it.
Good luck with that, JJ.
Oh my God. It's just so nerve-wracking when they play because it just determines the holidays. It really does.
Well, again, the Super Bowl takes place in February, so I mean, to your point, it's the bridge point between WrestleMania and the halfway point after the freaking Royal Rumble. For being perfectly honest,
I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong. I think Super Bowl weekend this year is the weekend we're doing our Valentine's special Mike Night, which will be Clash of the Couples. So that'll be a long weekend, and I'll need much memes.
Valentine's Day, just another day. But hey, speaking of another day, next year is a leap year. We have an extra day, so that's always interesting. February 29th exists again. But
to be fair, one of my favorite leap days was 2012, JJ, if you recall.
Yes.
My birthday.
I remember.
You remember. Well, everything but the very end was good.
Tell you what wasn't very good. That freaking stomp to Kevin Owens' arm and the further damage done. Obviously, Kevin Owens, it looks to be a real threat to Logan Paul. So Logan Paul, Grayson Waller, and Austin Fury looking to take out Kevin Owens. But Kevin Owens with the schoolboy on Grayson Waller was able to get the win.
Well, yeah, but Kevin's punching people backstage, and we don't do that in 2023.
But again, they may have broken his hand, by the way. Let's not forget, Logan Paul used one lucky punch to get the title. Oh, so look at this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, Josh, to your point, I do believe we're going to be doing the...
Foreshadowing, possibly. Randy Orton, LA Knight, CM Punk in the same screen. Yeah.
There is a lot of history between Orton and Punk alone.
When I talk about history, how about the history of this freaking street champion enforcer of the bloodline, the self-proclaimed problem solver? Not looking to disappoint his tribal chief tonight as we get ready for our tag team main event. Here comes Solo Sikoa and the Ultimate Hypocrite.
No yeet. Copyright. Not copyright.
I was saying, they don't yeet, JJ.
Not trademark. No trademark.
So it's Sikoa and Jimmy Uso looking to carry out the will of the tribal chief, whatever that means. And it looks like tonight's agenda is to take out the Viper, Randy Orton. Randy Orton and LA Knight in tag team action next against the Bloodline here on Tribute to the Troops on SmackDown. And I'm sure the wise man Paul Heyman will not be too far away with that phone in hand.
How the hell did you guys get ahead of me? How did that happen?
So another one I was thinking of for that party was to do Piper.
Oh, there you go.
But
you're gonna kilt.
Kilt's too expensive.
That's fair.
Too expensive of an accessory.
No, they are pricey, man.
Okay.
What I'm finding is $100, and to try to pull $100 by the 6th of January with the holidays.
Why is a kilt so expensive?
Because they're generally authentically made and they're detailed as hell and they're beautiful. It's kind of like the plan to buy the Ulafala to wear on whatever show I was going to do that as the head of the network, the tribal chief, and it was like, I ain't dropping $50-$60 on an Ulafala for a gimmick. That's ridiculous.
And then I had the greatest idea.
Oh,
scared.
But I can't pull it off because it's AEW, not WWE.
Ah!
Oh no!
I was gonna be the father of the year, Christian Cage.
Oh God, JJ,
Go get the
he is
black
not-
turtleneck, cut the sleeves off of it.
He is not the father of the year. This false prophet, this cursed picture.
Noah, did Shayna Wayne not realize the error of her ways on Wednesday?
No, she did not.
Oh,
What
okay.
do you do when your own son is about to scramble your damn brains, but then you see your own son get his brains scrambled? What's more important to you? Avenging that he's in the hospital or freaking going after the man that caused you mental heartache? Well, I guess she's wrong in either case.
I think what's most important is for her to try to go for the Razzle Award for the worst acting of the year.
Well, I'm not going to argue that.
Oof.
Really?
But on the plus side, as I pointed out to JJ, we may get a Phoenix Rising in AEW just to whoop that Shayna ass, which I'm okay with.
Well, I'm all for that. All right, shoot, that Phoenix is not a diva. That's a woman that means straight up real business, and I'm all for that. Bring Beth Phoenix in AEW. Maybe you'll actually be able to hold in the potential of your freaking roster with a real locker room leader. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation for another day. Again, the potential of AEW is there. They just have to capitalize on it. Anyway,
we need to ask Big G, before we get back to the kilt discussion with Jay, we need to ask Big G next time we see him on screen, what's worse? The fact that Shayna Baszler is getting next to no time, or that Shayna Wayne is more over than Shayna Baszler now on television?
Jeff.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Jeff, don't do that.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
All right, then.
Come on, man. Don't do that to our butt friend. Don't do that.
I love Big G, but name me something relevant Shayna Baszler has done since Ronda left.
Not Rhea Ripley out with a knee strike one time on Raw.
Fair point.
That's it.
Since then?
Okay. I got nothing else. Damn it.
JJ, I would, you know what? Even if it's not WWE, it's still wrestling. Is it wrestling theme or is it WWE theme she's going for?
I believe she's going for WWE theme because it's what she watches.
That's fair. Go with the straight. Wait, how about Chris Jericho? You can do the Chris Jericho thing. You can get a clipboard and stuff like that. Oh God, no. And folks, coming up next week on Friday Night SmackDown, if you choose to acknowledge him, I never will. Roman Reigns returns to the brand next week. And also next week on Friday Night SmackDown, the continuation of our United States Championship Tournament Round 1 action as Grayson Waller will take on Vacant, now known as NXT Superstar, probably the most dangerous opponent in Grayson Waller's life. And also on SmackDown, in the continuation of this tournament, on the other half of the bracket, Kevin Owens looks to punch Austin Theory's lights out, A-Town stay down, and that's ahead in the United States Championship Tournament, Round 1, right side of the bracket, as SmackDown will be next week live in Super Bowl City, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
You put some respect on Vacant. He is the most prolific champion in professional wrestling history.
He's more overrated than Roman Reigns, and that speaks volumes.
No. I disagree, and I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do with Roman Reigns. I am going to demand, not request, not ask, nay, demand that Aaron Rift create an auxiliary no DQ award for the best Roman Reigns return graphic of 2023.
God. Aaron, don't make that official.
Jeff,
you should make it official. Yes, sir.
You were talking about doing Percy.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if I do LA Knight?
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Because I've got the LA Knight shirt. I've got a vest. Throw the jeans on. Go to Dollar Tree or something and get the sunglasses.
There it is. We have our costume for January 6th, brother.
And nobody else is gonna get it.
That's okay. Well, no. Natalie will know because she's educated. She understands.
But she won't know. I don't think she understands the connection between LA Knight and Percy.
I do believe I've educated the young lady, but if not, I shall. But right now, we're not hearing we're not hearing the legendary oh yes. We are hearing voices in our heads, gentlemen.
Damn right.
Voices out loud, too, as the Viper, Randy Orton, enters the arena. Of course, Randy Orton put pen to paper last week and put a exclamation point on it with an RKO to the general manager, Nick Aldis, as Randy Orton is now part of SmackDown. And there's no doubt in my mind, he doesn't want to acknowledge the tribal chief. He wants to take him down. It was last year, of course, that Randy Orton suffered a guillotine that put him on the shelf for 18 months. And LA Knight has also had his own fallout with the bloodline coming up short, sure enough, at WWE Crown Jewel, thanks to the assistance of Jimmy Uso, preventing him from winning the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Randy Orton, though, I gotta say, he looks better than ever.
He is jacked.
He's chiseled.
Yeah, no, he is.
Of course, Randy Orton, the 14-time WWE champion.
Legitimate 14 in WWE. I love it, man.
WWE. Yeah.
Arlene suggesting I go as KO.
That could work too. I mean, t-shirt and knock somebody out. Well, you're around children, so maybe.
I think she wants me to go as Sammy, but I can't pull it off with my lack of hair anymore.
Sammy.
I could probably mask and go all lifestyle. But yeah.
El Renegado de la Lucha Libre.
See,
That El Generico is a long lost brother. But
that makes me KO if he goes El Renegado, and I definitely can't pull off Kevin Owens with my lack of hair anymore.
That's fair.
Looks like it's going to be Jimmy Uso starting with Randy Orton here.
Again, these two no strangers to each other, JJ.
Not at all, considering Jimmy is responsible for Randy going on the shelf for 18 months.
Yeah.
Randy Orton right now just putting the boots down to Jimmy Uso in the corner. Again, referees 5 count. Very few men have held more titles than Randy Orton. You figure about who Randy Orton has been tutored by, been challenged by. And there's a tad at LA Knight. Yeah. But let's talk about LA Knight here for a moment. I mean, we're talking about Randy Orton, the established WWE superstar. There's no denying that. Again, the guy is literally an evolution of this industry. LA Knight, though, he's the new megastar on the rise, and Randy Orton with the blind tag. And I do wonder if these two egos can coexist.
Can they truly coexist? We'll find out today.
Oh, boy. And here comes Solo Sikoa. And let's think about this, JJ. Randy Orton was taken out prior to Solo Sikoa joining the Bloodline. This will be the first time that Randy Orton will encounter the self-proclaimed problem solver for Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but Solo's style is nothing new to Randy, as Solo, definitely harkens back to one Umaga.
Yes.
Former WWE Intercontinental Champion Roman Reigns right now, of course, MIA, but Solo Sikoa waiting to strike as we are on full commercial break on this main event. Go figure.
So while we're on break, no, you haven't seen this yet. JJ has, though. There is a reason that I am leaning more toward Paul, and now we're going with the Percy Pringle side of Paul Bearer. This is a screen cap from, 13 years ago. Holy shit. With a Photoshop addition to it.
Yeah?
I'm not saying.
Oh my gosh!
Hang on. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, he needs to be that. Wow.
Yeah.
That is uncanny.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Just throw on either the jet black short hair or the Percy Pringle slightly brown hair, and oh yes.
Yeah, Jeff, just in the name of him, you need to do that, bro.
I have thought there was once I got that urn earlier this year, I've already been shopping for that Trick or Treat Studios full on Paul Bearer mask. But number one, those things are tight. They contain, you can't breathe. However, at a party with a lot of people, we're still in an area that we need to be masked up. Might not be the worst idea. So
Probably not.
We shall see. But anyway, yeah, Percy and LA Knight is just the way to go. And all you have to do is educate the birthday girl. Her mom already knows. She's hip to it. She understands.
Yeah,
So.
shout out to the young lady that was able to beat her younger brother Dennis in the first ever sibling predictions game back at Survivor Series War Games. Congratulations to Natalie. I look forward to once again testing her resolve at the WWE Royal Rumble. Again, shout out to Natalie, great member and friend here, of course, at the Multiverse of Media.
Absolutely.
You got something special there, JJ. You're doing something right, man. Good on you.
Thank you. Emmanuel says I need to be Joey Abs from the Mean Street Posse.
That's
I don't know about all that, but
a stretch.
good old double A Aaron Austin always said that I needed to do Brother Love. And I always told him, I will do Brother Love when you do Virgil.
Oh, God.
Oh shit.
And he was like, never happening.
Okay, well there you go.
So you've got your answer then.
Yep.
About to say, Jeff, you should have been here during our WrestleMania 6 call, because my mom, she popped in out of nowhere and gave some very interesting thoughts about Virgil, and JJ overheard the whole thing.
6 or 7?
6.
6.
Oh, wait till you get to 7. When Virgil's actually wrestling DiBiase.
Exactly. And stay tuned, folks, for the continuation, of course, of what you will enjoy in 2024 up to 40 as we journey to 40 for the members only, exclusively at Cassidy 18 Studios.
And yes, no, as you're bringing up retro, I do want to, JJ will understand this for sure, but I want to throw out a retro plug for the original official cola of the fabulous form, RC Cola, babe. Me and my RC Cola. There you go.
That's
Science drink. There you go.
That's a lighter blue can. I'm used to the darker.
Whole reason I love going to the games and forums much is because they had RC Cola, and nobody ever sold that in stores anywhere. Now it's in stores, so there you go.
Fair enough, but we are sold out here at Tribute to the Troops on SmackDown as LA Knight and Randy Orton taking on the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. Capacity crowd at Can as we honor the hardworking, always fighting men and women, preserving the freedoms that make our country what it is today, even if people abuse it. LA Knight reaching out for the tag as Jimmy Uso right now caught Randy Orton. Oh! That drop by the Viper, creating some distance. Both men in need to make a tag here.
LA Knight getting anxious while Solo Sikoa just chilling on the outside, keeping calm.
I think Solo Sikoa get a little bit concerned here because, again, you disappoint the Tribal Chief. Tag made LA Knight telling Solo Sikoa you have to endure his wrath. And LA Knight squaring off against Solo Sikoa. Yeah. The lefts and the rights, big right overhead. Irish whip reversed by Solo Sikoa off the ropes to drop down. Big swinging net breaker. And again, at this point, if it wasn't for that ultimate hypocrite, I would argue that LA Knight would be our WWE Universal Undisputed Champion. So he deserves to be so. That's not an insult. That's just a fact of life. Oh! Yeah. LA Knight with a knee to the face to Solo Sikoa. Again, it is an electric atmosphere here as these families are enjoying the festivities. Big clothesline, Jimmy Uso. Good. Uh-oh. Oh, God!
Beautiful belly-to-belly there by Solo Sikoa.
Just like that, the match has turned a complete 180. Take a look at this and watch the way LA Knight lands.
Just look at the height that he gets.
God! Knocking the wind completely out of LA Knight. Again, Jimmy Uso said that he never left the Bloodline, yet he was the guy that hit the first shot against the Tribal Chief and cost Jey Uso everything at SummerSlam. And of course, we saw, unfortunately, I'm going to bring up, because this is what I got to do here, Chief trying to get by Jimmy Uso. Let's not forget what happened at Crown Jewel. Solo Sikoa took out, obliterated the 16-time world champion John Cena in dominant fashion. And Jimmy back up on the apron now. Solo Sikoa hooks LA Knight, looking for a snapdragon suplex. Cover with the Solo with a 2 count.
Notice the forearm across the throat there, Noah.
Again, I mean, you figure about he knocked the wind out of him earlier with that the belly, once again, trying to compromise the breathing of LA Knight. Again, who's the bigger threat right now to Roman Reigns? Is it LA Knight or is it Randy Orton at this point? Because Randy Orton was basically neutralized for 18 months. And yes, they've overcome LA Knight at Crown Jewel, but LA Knight is still basically sought after to end the Bloodline. Big shot by Solo Sikoa. Every time Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso are in the ring, LA Knight is coming to our stage to try and take him out. because he knows he wants to get back at Roman Reigns, but he can't get back at Roman Reigns as long as those two are in the picture. Again, Roman Reigns has not been the champion for 1,200 days. I don't give a damn what you tell me. The Bloodline's been the champion for 1,200 days. And so is Cole looking to back it up. Oh! Shades of Umaga, Rikishi, and whatever other Samoan you want to put into that metaphor there. LA Knight in a world of hurt. Take a look at this. Watch the whiplash effect. Ugh! Now Jimmy Uso looking to square up and take opportunity here that Solo Sikoa has created. Looking to pick the bones of the carcass that is LA Knight, their current prey. Driving him into the Bloodline corner. Tad to Solo Sikoa. Of course, Jey Uso was in the main event of Monday Night Raw, JJ, challenging Seth freaking Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Coming up short, unfortunately.
Yeah, but still, main event Jay, statement made with that performance. Definitely will
no
not
question.
be his last. Definitely will not be his last opportunity.
And no question, definitely deserves the nickname, the moniker main event.
Oh.
Another hip attack misses for Solo Sikoa. LA Knight needs to get the tag here, Noah.
He opened the window. And Solo so close, stopping LA Knight. LA Knight, though, able to get the leg up. Whoa, Bulldog! From the second rope out of the corner, Solo Sikoa right now is neutralized. Randy Orton is waiting. Just an arm's reach away. This place is going to go ballistic when the Viper gets tagged in. Can LA Knight make the tag? Reach out. Tag Randy Orton.
One clothesline, two clothesline.
I'll say the hot tag. I'm letting you take that one, Jay. Oh. Whoa. LA Knight in between the bottom middle rope. Whoa.
Power slam.
Vintage Randy Orton.
Yep. Randy starting to hit his 5 moves of doom here. Going to set Jimmy up for that elevated DDT. No, Jimmy scouted it.
Uh-oh, watch out. The announce team has not been used tonight. Oh!
Yet, excuse me.
Fair enough. Ah, backdrop suplex on the announce table to Jimmy Uso.
Just added an extra E there, you know.
Well, words matter. Randy Orton, how long has been waiting to do that to somebody? On SmackDown, nonetheless, let alone somebody related to Roman Reigns.
Here's going to be that elevated DDT. Jimmy's in perfect position.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy knows what's next, and you know what's
Pulls
next,
him
too.
through.
Beep, 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 beep.
And drops him. And we know what comes next. The 5th and final move of doom.
He's hearing voices in his head.
The Viper is coiled, ready to strike.
It's poised! It's poised! Oh! Damn blessed Solo Sikoa. Again, the problem solver. Literally neutralizing the problem. That's the RKO. And uh-oh. Samoan Spike. And meanwhile, big DDT by LA Knight takes Solo Sikoa out of play.
RKO.
No! Out of nowhere! Hit cover! 1, 2, Randy Orton with the win! Randy Orton and LA Knight get it done tonight. I tribute to the troops against the Bloodline. I acknowledge that.
Gotta wonder now if Randy can trust LA Knight. They seem to work pretty good, despite both of them being cocky, arrogant bastards.
Let's take a look at the replay here. At the end and stretch of this match, you see LA Knight catching, looking for the blunt force trauma. Instead, Jimmy Uso spun around into an RKO waiting for him. The Viper strikes and gets the win. And to your point, like I said, 2 huge egos, but a common enemy and a common goal. As LA Knight and Randy Orton stand tall tonight at tribute to the troops as we salute all the families, all the men and women, all the service people, then now and forever for what you do for us here. And for the Renegade, JJ Wins, for the man who's named the Marquis, Jeff Meacham, I'm the Seminola Foster saying on behalf of all of us here to the troops, we say thank you and God bless you. Thank you for tuning in, folks, to our coverage. That was fun. Again, subtle, humbling. And that's all you needed tonight. I think everybody had a great time, especially there.
I agree.
God bless him.
Oh,
Good shit.
Darn good stuff.
good shit, pals. Good shit.
Fox and Widow still suck, though.
Pretty much. That's fair.
Okay.
But as you said, gentlemen, we are not done. Nay, no. We are not done by a long shot this weekend or the rest of the year.
Yeah,
God,
no, I mean, we need
yeah.
to get a couple of those, clear for the rest of us for the rest of the year and beyond.
Should I just start wearing red and black and like Joey Styles at this point? Because it sounds like I'm going to be using my voice a lot and possibly losing it.
Very likely.
Well, again, as we talked about before, let's just go ahead and run through and get people up to speed here. Because again, me and JJ will be back here tomorrow night as far as West Coast goes. But of course, later on today, East Coast here for NXT Deadline. As me and Tatsua will first cover Impact Wrestling Final Illusion, bring you a double feature on a Saturday night. It's going to be quite all right. So stay tuned for that and so much more. Can the Deputy General Multiverse Media? That is Saturday, literally right here. And then following that on Sunday, JJ will host a special Sunday brunch open mic night, December 10th. There'll be tons about TNA, Endeavor, and who knows what else. And also, as he alluded to, things to really think about and take away from 2023 and the rest of the industry too. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time across the Jet Network Multiverse of Media.
So wait a minute. Is it my understanding, Jeff, that tomorrow will be a late night double feature picture show?
At the late night, Jeff Meacham Network picture show. And no, I will not be doing the Trixie number. I ain't scaring nobody or getting thrown off YouTube. Now,
thank God.
JJ, Monday.
Yes.
Monday,
Monday, I think I'm going to pull a Noah Foster and lose my voice because before this, I'm going to have my For the Love of Wrestling recap for SmackDown, Rampage, and Collision.
Yup.
Then we go live with the top 10 Christmas songs that aren't about Christmas.
What does that mean, Uncle JJ?
It means songs that they play at Christmas time that aren't about Christmas.
Such as?
If I tell everybody, they're not going to tune in to watch it because they already know which ones are going to be on the list.
But I don't want to be surprised. I want to know what's happening.
Oh my God.
See how long I can do this without everybody losing their shit, but it's too late. Okay, very good.
And then from there, we will be canning the episode for 2 weeks from now.
Okay, I wasn't prepared for that. Wait. I was going to go on actual broadcast order, but that's okay. We'll do it your way. Hang on.
I was talking about how I was going to lose my voice and be Noah that day, so you know.
There we go.
I'm not the only one that throws their voice all over the place here. I'm just saying.
Yes, Randy, here's voices we throw ours. There you go.
Making sure no one else is saying anything. Okay. Immediately after that, we will be canning the top 10 Christmas songs about jolly old St. Nicholas himself.
That's gonna be
and there is still time for you to go to Jeff's Twix account and vote. You guys will decide the number 1 and number 2 song between Here Comes Santa Claus and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Arguably the 2 most iconic songs about jolly old St. Nicholas. But which one will take the honors to be number 1 and which one is only second best? You, the fans of the Multiverse of Media, will decide.
You're making them choose.
Up to you.
What's that, Noah?
You're making them choose, like the red pill or the blue pill from the Matrix.
That's right.
Yeah, right. We have ranked 3 through 10. We did some of the hard stuff.
That's right.
But we just could not determine which one was superior. And Josh has been asking, which versions. Granted, when we count down the list, we will show specific versions. But we don't want to throw versions up because we don't want the versions to be what sway people. We could say, we'll use Santa Claus is Coming to Town for an example, because there's so many.
Yes.
We could say Bruce Springsteen. But then people may downvote that because they think the Jackson 5 one is superior, and we're not listing that one. But we don't want people to think about the versions of the Psalms. We want them to think about the lyrical content and how the Psalms make them feel.
Right.
More so than the performer of the Psalms.
And the best part is, JJ, if the fans vote and the people don't like it, we can go, well, it's your own fucking fault. Anyway,
y'all are the ones that determined it, not us.
We didn't do it. We gave you the option. Y'all blew it. Not our problem.
You gave the people the power. What are you all thinking?
We had to give the people what they want, Noah.
That's
all
right.
And
Noah,
I can agree.
The only way we're doing people power is because my voice sounds like such dog shit. Now,
no one wants to sound like that guy.
After that, Mr. Foster.
Hey. Yes, they crown a new World Television Champion as the Survival of the Fittest tournament concludes. We also now have All Ego Infant Page taking on Tony Nese and I Quit match. In a match 1 year in the making, to the day of her reign, Athena defends the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship against her former minion, Billy Starks. And as of right now, we also finally will bring the grudge forward with the former Pretty Boy Killers as Shane Taylor goes one-on-one with Lewis. Keith Lee. More matches yet to be booked.
Yes. The next day, in addition to our, we'll call it normal because is it really normal? No, but for lack of a better word right now, normal open mic night. Earlier in the day will be the Greg Cherry Show Christmas special on Saturday, December 16th. So be on the lookout for that coming up in the weeks to come. And then we have the first week of Christmas/winter break, which means we're still going to die early because both JJ and I's kids are out of school. And we'll get no sleep till WrestleMania-ish. But in the meantime, one of JJ's greatest brainchilds, I dare say, by God.
Dadgum you, JJ.
The eve of Christmas Eve karaoke special. The second annual. The karaoke special that started it all for us open mic night yahoos.
That's right.
Noah, don't damn me. Because all Arlene wants for Christmas is to hear Noah sing.
Noah to sing.
And Noah would not deny his loyal fans.
And Noah, just think about it this way. Once we get through this, and you can sit back Christmas morning and watch us do our top 10 Christmas songs about Santa Claus after we have displayed you three early that morning, the Christmas present that we'll keep on giving. You three retroactively calling the trilogy of trilogies Steamboat Flair.
Yes,
so there's that.
Yes.
But you got to be a member for that, kids. Some of you have unsubbed to that section, and that's your Christmas bad. You're the Scrooge. You're the humbug there.
I know. I now only have 3 people that subscribe to the members only section: Daniel, Emmanuel, and Arlene.
And I get finances. I understand. It's Christmas. Wallets are tight. But you know what? I think you should resub before Christmas because you're going to miss out on the gift that we'll keep on giving.
I think if you have money to super chat to the No DQ channel or to the Greg Cherry brand, you've got money to subscribe to the members only section.
I agree.
Was that a shot I just heard go over Cleveland somewhere? Anyway.
Damn.
And yes, Arlene says, all we want for Noah is for you to sing us into the new year.
We're going to get there. We're going to get to that plug, Arlene. Be patient.
Dadgum you.
In the meantime,
some people do not have family to celebrate Christmas with.
That's right.
So they will be celebrating with us.
That's right.
Some people do not have loved ones or children to buy gifts for. Some people are all alone, so they have that money to super chat us.
Some people know
you know better than to throw out a challenge and say, you people can't afford this, because you've got the Emmanuels of the world that lurk in the chat room and say, I see you and I call Noah.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut. The things I do for friends.
And yes, Emmanuel, if you can afford to buy a Happy Meal, you can give me a subscription.
If you buy one Happy Meal a month, you can save your fat ass that double cheeseburger and get a proper subscription to a decent service on YouTube, by God. That's the gift that keeps on giving. You don't have to be the feature star of Super Size Me Volume 2. You can subscribe to quality content instead.
Damn right.
For fuck's sake, folks.
And where else are they going to give you this man above me calling Steamboat Flair all 3 matches?
Just think about that.
Nowhere.
Just think about that for a minute. There is one man besides Noah Foster that has called all 3 of those matches. And that is Jim Ross. And Jim Ross is the standard by which we all set ourselves. There is no doubt about that.
Damn right.
But for Christmas, because we love you people, because this man above me is nay a Grinch nor a Scrooge, by God. He is our Santa Claus when I'm not in the suit making money because it's hotter than shit back. I'm not putting on the suit right now. However, this man is my Santa ambassador because he is giving you the gift of him and Noah Foster almost matching Jim Ross and Bob Caudle, Terry Funk, and I forget who else called the match in Chicago. The gift of Steamboat Flair. And then at the end of that week, we watch as AEW travels to the Northeast, travels to New York, the infamous, for real, Nassau Coliseum. And we hit World's End. Yeah. Will this be the end of our scumbag? No. Or will the scumbag have been the devil all along? That is the question we face as we reach the end of the world as we know it. And you know what?
Feel fine.
I feel fine.
I feel fine. I'm a Rem fan. I understand that reference. And to your point, we'll also crown the first ever AEW Continental Classic champion, who will also be the first ever American Triple Crown champion, representing NJPW, AEW, and Ring of Honor. It's going to be a huge night, and I cannot wait to see what this could possibly tease to lead into 2024, in and out of AEW.
What's going to lead in 2024, you say, Noah? I'm so glad you asked that question.
I'm going to die.
Because we will lead in 2024 by ending 2023 on arguably our biggest note ever. Not only is it the end of year 4, the beginning of year 5, my anniversary of my own channel. Not only is it our 2023 highlight reel. Not only is it our countdown across the country, coast to coast, to 2024, with some special guests, I will say that. But it's episode 100 of Open Mic Night, the show that has brought us all Saturday shenanigans and far too many ulcers for some of us, and that's okay too. But we're going to end this year on a mucker futher, a banger, if you will. And that's just the end of, and that's just the next 23 days. Then we kick off 2024, and as we alluded to earlier in the previews, we's gonna die.
Yeah,
that's the headline for the next year because they're gonna put even more wrestling than I've called this year. By the time this year is done, I'll call nearly 50 events.
We already have.
Noah, think about that. You just said nearly 50 events by the time this year is over. That averages out to 1 a week.
Yep.
And that doesn't even count what we've canned
for
WrestleManias next year.
Yeah.
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 And it doesn't even count what you and Dattila have started with the Retro Impact pay-per-views. The very first TNA one. Turning Point 04.
Yeah.
Jeff is getting antsy, taking it that's fallen apart again.
Okay, and that is well, that is unfortunately due to knowledge that you are more privy to than Noah. But yes, we've also had. We were on cue, ready to go, and SEC decided it's too windy, no power for you. So Seems to be that time of year for SEC. But, however, we are ironically enough with the subject on Sunday. I decided to cut out the Hogan debuts Impact.
Good.
At the end of the day, you and I saw that as it happened. None of us were at that show live, whereas the other ones we did are going to do, other than the first show, one of us was there live, and that was the gimmick I was going with.
Right.
So
The only reason to do the Hogan debuts is if you did it simulcast with Raw.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Which
that's no.
Yeah. Number one, that's not the gimmick. Number two, I don't want to relive that night again because both shows were what they were.
Yeah.
They were good, but in their own way. But watching them both would literally drive me into an early grave before Christmas. I'm kind of good. Thanks.
Protect your mentality, Jeff.
Well, that's another reason why it didn't happen this week. It's been a mentality week. Well, we'll get to that off air. But yeah, the working theory, the working hope is this coming Thursday, which the date will be, I can count backwards, the 14th. We will have Noah and Attila on the call of something that I've called in the past in a retroactive look, a show that I believe you and I both watched it as it happened when it first went live in 2002, the very first NWA TNA show. So that'll be the hope, because that's really where the TNA name really established itself. And now with this news coming out about TNA Plus, converting from Impact Plus and where it's going to be streamed and who it's going to be streamed by, we definitely want to get into that very first episode, the very first TNA show anybody ever saw, because the news we're going to talk about Sunday with this Endeavor thing is just, it gets the hamster going so fast. He's going to get off the diabetes track. He's going to be spending the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all.
My first TNA was the 1-year anniversary, not the first episode.
Oh, okay. I had my dates wrong on that. I apologize.
Because they offered that one for 1 penny.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well,
1-year anniversary for 1 cent, and then we bought the following week for $9.99. 2 pay-per-views for $10.
I mean, there you go. And even back then, people were like, "Well, how can they charge $10 a week?" Because WWE is charging $40 a month. It's the same thing on the same billing cycle.
You got 8 hours worth of content instead of 3.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, even if you did buy both, you're still spending $80 on, pay-per-views a month. Which considering what we're paying around here right now, I'd be like, yes, please. Not for wrestling, just for cable in general right now. But anyway, we're going off track.
Jeff, I say going off track.
That's just the weekend. That's just tomorrow. For tonight, though, we do indeed salute the men and women of our armed forces. Very important thing for me. I always wanted to. One of the main reasons I wanted to be part of wrestling, even early on when I first started getting involved with this stuff, is the hope that we could do something like that and, go do a performance, go do a show in dedication and salute of our troops. So anytime WWE puts that logo on there, I'm like, you know what? It's a SmackDown, but I want to cover it. I'm here for it.
I respect that 110%. Absolutely.
So very, very cool. We got to do this. I know it's getting late for JJ and I. It's getting past our memes, even though it is only 10 o'clock on a Friday. Definitely past this man's memes, and he's got a double shot to call tomorrow. So I will gladly tell everybody good night. Again, I thank both of you, as I always do, because you guys are literally getting me through the holidays with my voice going the way it is and your masterful calls. So thank you very much. Any final thoughts from either one of you before we say good night?
No, just enjoy the show, enjoy the content. Come back and tune into us tomorrow. And until then, good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Simple as that. Simple as that. And thank you again to our troops. Respect.
Absolutely. From the JMN studios, well, the new studios, because I'm at the house here in Santa Clarita, California. He is a simple man, Noah Foster. He is Renegade J.D. Williams. I am good old JM, the founder, which is the greatest nickname ever. Now we all love Jim here. Well, most of us love Jim here. Good night from JMN Studios. We'll see you tomorrow for our more craziness. Have a good night.
Have a good night, folks.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.